What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some more rank 9 PvP battles on the road to rank 10, and we're going to run into a lot of rank 10 gatekeepers in this video, starting with the Asian Milkman. Asian Milkman is one of the best trainers in the world. His timeout strategy video on Pogo King's channel is very popular, very good trainer, and here he's going to lead with the Melmetal against our Kyogre, so this is a very favorable matchup for us. Well, not that favorable, but it does favor Kyogre. So we're going to let this first hit go through. Should be a rock slide, it is. And every time you go up against a trainer of this caliber, it's a little bit intimidating, you know. Not sure what they're going to do. And I never really expect to win, but you definitely want to try and win because he has a very high ranking here. He's above 3,000. At this time, actually, I believe he was number 2 on the leaderboard worldwide. So number 2 in the world. Very talented trainer. We go for the surf here. And we're actually able to farm down, which is very surprising. He didn't use any shields though, and he brings in the Giratina. And we do have Blizzard here. And so the main thing here is that I knew we would survive this move, so I didn't shield. And because I didn't shield, kind of makes it look like we're not close to Blizzard. But I knew we would get to the Blizzard, and I'm just hoping he doesn't shield here. And he doesn't, and that's huge for us. Like that's a game changer right there. And I really think he didn't shield because of us not using our own shield. He switches into the Togekiss here. And fortunately, we do still have a shield, so we should be able to get to 2 Iron Heads. And this is a very favorable position for us now. He just has that Giratina in the back without that much health left. And at this point, we're in a very good position. We're definitely going to get to another Iron Head here. He's going to have to burn his shield. And Iron Head is going to come through. He's going to burn his shield. And our Rhyperior could just come in here and get one Rock Wrecker off, and we will win this match. Unless he gets the boost, maybe. And look at that. He gets the boost. So this is absolutely insane. We're still in a good position here, but this Rock Wrecker has to KO, but it would have been a real shame if we ended up losing that match because of the boost. Fortunately, it's not the case. The boost was a little scary, but we're going to be able to survive this with our shield and be able to farm down this Giratina, and that's going to be a really impressive win for us here. Not shielding that Blizzard was really fortunate for us, and we get away with a big win there. I'm sure if we play 10 times, we'd probably lose 9 out of 10 to the Milkman, but I'll take the win there. And next matchup here is not going to get any easier. We're running up against LimonLime, another really strong trainer who's also featured on Pogo King's channels. And this game here is a very good example of making rush decisions, trying to think a bit too quickly. You see here, he switches into the Giratina, and I'm so used to people switching into Dialga there that I misclicked the Rhyperior by accident instead of my own Dialga, and I put myself in a horrible position here. If I brought in the Dialga, it would have been very favorable. Could have just done a lot of damage with that Dragon Breath to this Giratina. Most likely would win this secondary matchup here. Instead, we've pretty much destroyed any chance we had of winning. Very unfortunate here. Brutal misclick. He's probably going to be wondering what the heck we're doing when he sees us bringing a Dialga after. But yeah, definitely an unfortunate misclick there. And that's definitely going to change the outcome of this game. I mean, we got lucky to win the lead, right? The thing about Master League is that it's so heavily based on winning leads. And when you lose the lead, it's almost impossible to come back from. Like, it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. Like, it seems like you're going to win 90% of the time when you win the lead. Because you could just line up your team to what your opponent has. And the meta is literally like 6 Pokemon, so it's pretty easy to guess more often than not what they're going to have, or what a team is composed of. Here he brings back in the Togekiss. We're going to go for this Iron Head here. And yeah, that is going to take his second shield. And I was trying to switch into the Kyogre to take this hit, but I wasn't able to, so I'm going to have to shield this in case it's a flamethrower, which it is. And now, I mean, I may as well just go for the Iron Head. This will KO the Togekiss. And it's going to bring out the Kyogre. We have our own Kyogre here. This is the one time where I wish I did have Thunder still. But then again, if we did have Thunder, we wouldn't have won the last game against the Asian Milkman with Blizzard, so, you know, it goes both ways. Can't have like 4 moves or anything, so this is probably going to be a Surf here. And yeah, this Kyogre is just way too healthy for us to come back in this matchup. And as you can see, it still ends up being a very close matchup despite losing that lead with the, or not losing the lead, but switching into the Rhyperior by accident. And obviously if we had gone into Dialga instead of the Rhyperior there, it looks like we probably would have won this matchup, so very unfortunate there. And I ended up doing that misclick in several matches because I was having like PTSD from all of the Dialga switch-ins. Dijon, the Djinn, is up next. Another rank 10. He brings in the Giratina. Very, very bad matchup for us. I tend to just stick in with the Kyogre here. Try to build up to a Blizzard and then go for 2 Surfs. And hope that they burn 1 shield at least and get off a bit of damage with the second Surf. Unfortunately, in this situation, I was messing around a bit too much, so I have to burn a shield. And because I burned a shield, it's most likely he's going to think that it is a Blizzard. However, he makes a great switch to absorb that hit with Dialga. So we bring in our Rhyperior, and we face a little bit of lag there. We're going to have to shield up this Iron Head. And for some reason, I did not shield. Okay, actually, it ended up working out pretty well for us, because we're going to be able to get off this Rock Wrecker. So, I mean, I must have been pretty in tune at the moment, because that was actually a really good decision on our part to absorb that hit knowing we would survive. And expect to bring back in, or go into the Dialga here, feint out the Giratina. He brings in the Mewtwo in the back. He has 2 shields though, so this isn't the best situation for us. At this point, we pretty much have to get to a farm down, and we bring in the Kyogre to burn that last shield, so we are going to get rid of both the shields, which is very good for us. And we still have 1 shield left for the Dialga. Now, if this is a Side Strike, he will likely get to his second charge move. And if this is probably another Side Strike. Gonna have to shield in this case though, because we're getting really low in health. And Mewtwo just charges so quickly. I'm not sure if this is gonna KO though, it's gonna be very close. We should survive by Vip, but we're not gonna be able to Dragon Breath down, and we lose that game. Very close matchup. And all these games have been very tight so far, but we end up losing that match. And we're going up against Spudgy Gerbil. And it gets really rough. This is a Rhyperior lead, one of the best leads you could ask for Kyogre, obviously. Switches into the Metagross. And I could have switched into the Rhyperior here, but I stayed with the Kyogre just to get out that 1 Surf. Before I switch into the Rhyperior, I was hoping to be able to Mud Slap down before he get off the Meteor Mash, but that didn't happen. And he brings back in the Rhyperior here. And we're going to go for the Superpower. This will do a lot of damage, but it will lower our defense. I've alternated between Superpower and Surf on my Rhyperiors, and it really depends on your team composition. I think Surf is better if you're leading with Rhyperior, just because if you face like a Togekiss, for example, you get off the Surf, as opposed to Superpower, you'd have to go for Rock Wrecker. And yeah, our opponent brings in the Giratina Altered here. Wasn't too common at the time of this video, but I've seen a lot more recently, especially since Pogo King released that video on Michael's team. I haven't seen a lot of Giratinas lately. And we're going to go for the Iron Head here. I'm okay either taking a shield or letting this go through. He does let it go through. Brings in the Rhyperior here. And this Rhyperior has a lot of energy stored up. Fortunately, we do have Kyogre who's going to be able to tank this, and 1 Waterfall should be enough, and it is. So we get a win there. And HeartKakor is up next. A lot of rank 10s now. This is about close to 2900 rating here. Another Rhyperior lead, very favorable for us. And to be honest, this is probably the team that did the best for me, but my Dialga is not Best Buddy, which really holds this lineup back. Because if you run into another Best Buddy Dialga, you're going to get absolutely mauled. And this Giratina is running Dragon Pulse. So we're going to go for the Iron Head here. And this Giratina chooses not to shield. It's going to go down. So we both still have 2 shields. Brings back in the Rhyperior. Should be able to farm down here. And I'm going to bring back in the Kyogre, of course. Have a Surf ready, so I'm going to go for the Surf. Do expect the shield here because he has a lot of energy. He does shield. And most likely we'll see a Rock Wrecker come through here. I am going to use our shield. This Rock Wrecker will do a lot of damage. And we should be able to farm down here. With the Surf. Actually, I think he went for Superpower there. Because I think I saw the defense lowered. So Togekiss comes back in. Go for the Surf. Get the last shield. And we're going to get farmed down here. Rhyperior is going to come in. And we do have a shield. So we're definitely going to get to a Rock Wrecker here. And that is going to win us this game. So Rhyperior is pretty good. I've had a lot of success with this team. But the only thing is that Dialga is not best buddy. He's a little tough to work with once you start facing higher ranked opponents, because most of them are gonna have best buddy Dialga, and it's a real handicap on your part to go up against the other one. Marc Danger is up next. This is another player who's in the top 500 leaderboard, I believe, and he's gonna have the Giratina Origin. So this is one of the worst matchups for Kyogre in the lead spot. And as usual, I'm going to build up for the Blizzard and then try to get off 2 Surfs. Most of the time, especially when I shield myself, I find that they almost always burn a shield. But I actually switch into the Dialga here to take this hit. And this Giratina is most likely going to dip out after that. They bring in the Metagross. This would be a situation where Thunder would be quite useful on Dialga. This Meteor Mash is going to KO. And I let it go through so I can bring in my Rhyperior here. But we only have 1 shield left. He's going to get off 1 more Meteor Mash for sure. And I'm going to have to shield here and commit to the farm now because that's pretty much our only hope of winning. And then we're going to have to start putting pressure on our opponent's shields. Probably going to come back in with the Giratina, I'd imagine. No, he comes with the Melmetal. And we go for the Rock Wrecker here. I did this obviously before he switched in. He didn't shield, and that's going to be brutal for us. We have no shields left. This Superpower is going to KO. And we bring back in the Kyogre. Switches into the Giratina. And, I mean, I could go for the Blizzard there, obviously, but he has 2 shields, so it's pointless. You have to use the shields eventually. And this game's pretty much done. He could shield this up too. He doesn't really have to, but may as well, because if he does, it's a lock that he's going to win. And Shadow Ball here will be enough to win this game. And very well played there. And our next matchup here is going to be against Arctiguana. And he is going to lead with the Giratina Origin. So a lot of Giratina Origins in this video. A lot of tough matches and a lot of losses. This was a really rough stretch for us. Actually, this wasn't even the roughest. I think we were going about like 500 in terms of our records in these videos. A lot of 3 2s, 2 3s. But recently though, I've been having a lot of bad luck in Master League. My ratings dropped a lot, and doesn't look like I'm probably gonna make rank 10 in the Master League. I might have to wait for Great League to come back. I do think Great League is my strongest of the 3 leagues. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's still a week left in Master League. But I've been having a lot of bad luck lately. Losing a lot of leads. And a couple matchups where I'm completely dominating, I end up losing to lag, which is really unfortunate. A lot of other times I just lose to the player outplaying me. So, in this matchup here, our opponent brings in the Melmetal. And we didn't get off a charge move there. So, this Superpower is going to KO. I actually choose to shield this because, well, I guess I'm going to bring in the Rhyperior here. It's going to take, well, it's already been debuffed once, so the Superpower isn't going to do as much. So yeah, that's not too bad for us actually. And I was clicking on the Superpower. Unfortunately, he's going to get this Superpower now. I wish that I hadn't clicked on our own Superpower. Oh, apparently I didn't. That's good. And I can click on the Superpower now. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Dialga. But of course he's going to shield with his last shield, and we're not able to get to his second one, unfortunately. And this Draco Meteor though, this Draco Meteor is going to do a lot. It's going to KO, but the Melmetal is going to come back in. And because those Thunder Shocks aren't doing a lot of damage, we get off this Iron Head, but I don't think this will be enough. No, it's not. He hangs on by 1 HP, so very, very good game there. Oh man, so close. Crazy. But that's how most of these Master League games go, to be honest. They come down to the wire. And very well played there. Now 2-4, 2-4 is up next. And I'm gonna leave the Snorlax. Best buddy Snorlax, purified at that. And this is a good matchup for Kyogre. Kyogre does really well against Snorlax. I like to build up before I go for my first surf. Get close to about 2 surfs. Our opponent chooses not to shield there. This is probably going to be a body slam. It's actually an outrage. So it's going to do a bit more damage. He brings in the Kyogre. Unfortunately, we don't have Thunder. But that's okay, we can bring in Dialga here. It's going to be a very good matchup for Kyogre. And this Kyogre is farming up a lot of energy. And it is a Blizzard. It takes 10 waterfalls, I believe, to get to a Blizzard. And we're going to go for the Iron Head here. See if he's probably not going to shield anymore. This Kyogre's main purpose, I guess, was just to get off that Blizzard. It has a very bad matchup with Dialga. And going to bring in the Conkeldurr. Wow. So, not good for us. We're going to go for this Iron Head. Try to apply some shield pressure. He is going to shield. But still has 1 more shield left. And our Kyogre has a lot of energy, so this surf is going to do good damage. Conkeldurr is probably going to have to shield this. It does shield. And we're going to have Rhyperior in the back, who's going to be weak to this Conkeldurr. However, we do have a shield now. We are at full health. And we're definitely going to have to shield this. Most likely going to be a Dynamic Punch. And I think we could farm down here. I'm not sure, actually. That would have been very close. Maybe this is probably the correct move. Going for the superpower here. And the Snorlax comes in, and we managed to get to that superpower, so got fortunate there that Snorlax didn't have any energy after going for that outrage earlier, and we take that game. So it's been going like win-loss a lot in these matchups here. And this should be the last matchup in this video. And it's going to be against Sorax Snack. And they are going to leave the Togekiss. Okay. So this is a pretty close matchup between Kyogre and the Togekiss. And I have about enough for 2 surfs here. We're going to shield up this first move. Now if this is an Ancient Power, which it is, we could actually get out of this matchup without burning any shields. So we could burn both of the Togekiss shields if they want to remain alive, and use none of our own shields. We will lose the matchup, of course, but we'll go up 2-0 in shields. Instead, our opponent chooses to burn 1 shield, so we win switch advantage. Brings in the Giratina, and we could bring in the Dialga here. So a very good match, very good situation for us. And I actually think we end up blowing this match somehow. So let's see what I did wrong here in this matchup. So I shielded. Oh well. There's the issue right there. They have a best buddy Dialga, and this Iron Head is going to destroy us. So it wasn't really that I did anything wrong. It was just, well, maybe I shouldn't have shielded that Shadow Ball, I guess. Either way. I mean, if we didn't shield the Shadow Ball, we would have ended up losing anyways. Yeah, so this was a very close match actually, but I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, because he has a shield left. That's why I was trying to farm out. Anyways, really good matches there. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. We upload daily content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.